Welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay. Well, let's learn English together. And welcome to you all. How do you all feel today? Is everything going well? Was your breakfast the sort of breakfast that a top chef would make? Yes? Good. And what about your coffee? Was your coffee in the group of top 10 coffees in the universe? Yes? Blimey. Well, then, in that case, you're obviously all ready for the day then, aren't you? And so, let's make a start. Let's get stuck into some more revision. Okay, now today, I want to tell you about another aspect of the present continuous. What? What? Gav, are you serious? Yes, I am serious. Do you remember what I said about the present continuous? I'm sure you all remember. I said that the present continuous was very... What? What was the adjective I used to describe the present continuous? Do you remember? This was an adjective that means that something has more than one use. We can use this for lots of different things. Now, there's another word we sometimes see when we're talking about things being versatile. That word is multifunctional. Now, let's have a quick look at this word, multifunctional. Now, the first thing we notice about the word is that it's a long word. But when we have a closer look, we can see that it's made up of different parts. It's like Frankenstein's monster. That's right. At the start of the word, we can see the word multi. We all know this word, don't we? Yes. We use this word in Hungary as well. When we talk about large international companies and corporations, we often call them multinationals. Okay. So what does multi mean? Well, it means more than one. It comes from Latin and means more than one. Great. Just think about vitamins. When you buy vitamins, you can buy a single vitamin like vitamin C or vitamin B. But when you go to a shop selling vitamins, you can also buy multivitamins. These are tablets or capsules or pills which have more than one type of vitamin. They don't have single vitamins in them, they've got multiple vitamins in them. More than one. So we call them multivitamins. Simple. Okay. So we understand the first part of the word, more than one. Okay. What about the rest of the word? Well, what's the next part? The next part is function. Okay. So what's function? What does function mean? Well, function is really another word for use or purpose, task or job. So if we look at an example sentence, a sentence which uses the word function, we could say, for example, the function of sunglasses is to help people see in bright light. Another example could be the function of a watch is to help people tell what time it is. So, that's function. But what about the word we've got? What about functional? Well, functional means that something is working. You can see and hear me, can't you? Okay. And some of the reasons you can see and hear me are the cameras and the microphones are functional. They're working. They're recording my image and my voice. and they can do this because they're functional. So, if your car is functional, you can drive it. If your watch is functional, you can accurately tell the time. Okay, so, back to the word we were looking at. Back to multifunctional. So, let's put all the parts of the word together and see what the different parts make. So, it's multi, it's multiple, more than one, and functional. It works, it does something. Great. So, multifunctional means that this thing, whatever it is, does more than one job. It performs multiple tasks. It does lots of things. So, let's think about an example. Let's look at a knife and a Swiss Army knife. Okay, here's a knife. And what do we do with a knife? That's right, we cut things with a knife. Good. Now, let's have a look at the Swiss Army knife. Now, when we look at the different tools, we can see that the Swiss Army knife is multifunctional. The knife, the traditional knife, has a single function. It's got one function. It cuts. The Swiss Army knife, however, is multifunctional. It's more versatile than the ordinary traditional knife. With the Swiss Army knife, we can screw and unscrew screws, we can tighten and loosen screws and Allen screws, we can cut our nails, we can file our nails, we can... what else? Well, we can open bottles and we can use the corkscrew to remove corks from bottles. We can tighten nuts and bolts with the pliers. We can find our way with the compass. There are lots and lots of things we can do with the Swiss Army knife. It really is very versatile. It's a truly multifunctional tool. Okay, now something else which is also multifunctional is the present continuous tense, isn't it? That's right. Let's think about the functions it's got. The first function we learned about was the function of communicating about now. Talking about things which are happening now, when we're talking. We know that we use the present simple tense to talk about things which don't change. Things that stay the same. My name is Gav. I live in Budapest. I am British and Hungarian. I am a man! When we're talking about these sort of things, we use the present simple. We also use the present simple when we're talking about facts. Elephants are big! Blue whales are the biggest animals in the world! My grandparents are dead! All of that information was factual. Those statements are all facts. They're not going to change. And so, we use the present simple. Good. But after we learned that we use the present continuous to talk about what's happening now, I'm talking to you, Chopper is recording my voice, Petty is filming me, you're watching and listening to me. We then learned that we can use the present continuous to also talk about the future. Versatile, eh? Yes. Similar to when we use going to, we can use the present continuous to talk about future plans. I'm having a party on Saturday. I'm flying to South Africa on Monday to go to Chief Mangosuthu Buthelez's birthday party. So, we learned that just like going to, if we're talking about a future plan or arrangement, we can use the present continuous. Briggy's cutting my hair tomorrow afternoon. Doreen is going to the dentist on Thursday. Now, it's important to remember that we use the present continuous for future plans and arrangements, not the present simple. We never say, I go out tonight. We always say, I'm going out tonight. We never ask, do you come to the pub? We always ask, are you coming to the pub? We do use the present simple to talk about some things in the future. Things like timetables, programs, buses and trains. We don't say the train is arriving at 8 o'clock. We say the train arrives at 8 o'clock. We never say the film is finishing at 4:45. We always say the film finishes at 4:45. Okay, now back to the versatile, multifunctional present continuous, because, wait for it, there's more. Yes, I know. Amazing, isn't it? There's another side to the present continuous, one we haven't looked at yet. So, hang on to your hats, because here we go. Okay, so we know that we can use the present continuous to talk about what's happening now, don't we? Of course we do. That's the first use of the present continuous that we learned, isn't it? Yes, we know that we use the present continuous to talk about what's happening now. Now, have a look at this photo. Okay, these two gentlemen are the band The London Souls. The man on the left of the photo plays the drums and sings, and the man on the right of the photo plays the guitar and sings. Okay, now which tense are we using? That's right, we're using the present simple. And why? Right, again, we're using the present simple because we're talking about what they do in general, things which are generally true. But what about now? Look at the photo. Is Chris St. Hilaire, the drummer and singer, drumming and singing? No, he's standing in front of a brick wall. And what about the man on the right? What about Tash Neal? Is he playing the guitar and singing? No, like Chris, he's standing in front of a brick wall. So, we know that they're both musicians, and we know that one of them plays the drums very well and sings, and we know that the other one plays the guitar very well and sings very well. But now, at the time of speaking, they're not doing those things. They're not making music. Now they're just standing in front of a brick wall, posing for a photo. Okay, so we use the present continuous to talk about what's happening now, at the time of speaking. We also know that we use the present continuous to talk about future plans or arrangements. And now, here's the third way we use the present continuous. Oh no, hang on, we're out of time. Oh no, we were out of time there, and now we're out of time here. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure you all remember the third way that we use the present continuous, don't you? Yes, that's right. It's connected to temporary and permanent, isn't it? Are you starting to remember? Is there a tingle at the base of your skull? Are you beginning to remember what it was that we learned? Yes? No? Well, we'll touch on this tomorrow, but it's good to know that your memories are still operational. Right then, folk, that's all we have for today, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and www.m5tv.hu. You know. See you later. Bye.